Today I have a really short lesson. I'm just going to briefly talk about Manycam and why I think you should use it in your online classroom. First, let's talk about what Manycam does. This is an external, third-party camera software that you will use on top of the software that comes with your webcam. So, for example, most of my classes take place on Zoom now. So what I have to do is I have to open Manycam first to pull up my camera. Then when I go to Zoom, it will automatically use the feed from Manycam instead of the feed from my normal webcam. It replaces that feed. This might seem a little bit complicated, but there are a lot of benefits to doing this. For starters, it's excellent for troubleshooting issues with your students because I can share my screen and drag the box to show them exactly what I'm seeing. So if I'm trying to teach them how to use their pencil, I can hover over the Zoom box that has all of the options that they wouldn't be able to see in a regular screen share. Another benefit of Manycam is all of these AR accessories. These are so fun for the students, and they're a great way to get their attention, make them laugh, and also teach vocabulary. Because I can say, hey, does your dad have a beard? A beard? What is a beard? This is a beard. Or I can say, what is this animal? What are these? I use these a lot with toddlers especially because I will say, hey, let's listen. What do you hear? What do you see? Things like that. But there are so many to choose from. Some are good, some are bad. Like some of them don't make any sense. Like there's one I downloaded. Do I still have it? I do still have it. I haven't deleted it yet. This one makes no sense. Why do I need a sweater on my head? I don't know. So there are some that maybe don't make a whole lot of sense, but if you download something like this, it's very easily deleted. I can be a princess if I want to. You can even layer these, which is something that you normally can't do with AR features. I can be Ultraman and then put this wig on top, and then I can give him a tiara. I can do all of these things. I can be a duck and then give him ears and a necklace and a pirate hat, right? Like, I mean, there are so many things that you can do with this. Now, Zoom has its own pencil, but you can only use it when you're screen sharing or using the whiteboard. With Manycam, I can actually write on my screen, on my camera screen, which is sometimes really useful. But there are a ton of stickers too that you can just kind of place on the screen. It's really good if you don't want to keep a whole mess of flashcards. You can just use Manycam instead. And I use these for a ton of different things. I'll use them to give a student a hint if they're having a hard time remembering a word. I also will just use it to teach vocabulary. It's just a good way to make the lesson a little bit more fun. There are borders that you can get, like this grass one, or these leaves for fall. You can leave these up all the time if you want to, or you can just use them for the moment. They are super useful as well. I have some for the holidays that I will sometimes use. There's like a rainbow here, things like that. But one of the best things is you can add GIFs. And because you can add GIFs, you can add teacher banners like this one. Or literally any GIF that you want to. If you want to have a whole mess of GIFs instead of just the regular stickers, you can definitely do that. And it's really, really useful for explaining certain concepts. You can also use this if you like to reward your students. You can have them to collect certain things. So now I'm going to kind of share my screen with you so that you can see my Manycam. So I know it looks a little bit crazy, but you should still be able to see everything that I'm doing. Let's take a look over here at the side. So you'll start off, you'll see that you've got presets. I currently have 4 set up. These are the ones that I use the most often. This one is the main one, which has just got my full face here. This one lets me share my screen. To do that, I would hit cut and then come over here to video sources. You can hit plus here and you've got a list of what you want the video source to come from. So it can come from a game if you want to use this to stream a game. It can come from a YouTube URL, or you can come from your desktop. That's what I'm doing right now. If you click on desktop and you click app window, it'll say, well, what do you want to do? And this right now is the web browser that I'm currently on. And right now I've got it set to Manycam so that you can see everything that I am doing. Then I've got this one here is a custom screen that I can stretch and use to highlight specific areas of the screen. And it will show everything that's underneath of it, including things that would normally be hidden through a normal screen share. This last one here I have specifically made for these tutorials because it includes my desktop screen and my camera feed as well. Then you can mess with your audio here. Pretty self-explanatory. So this one here is the pencil. You can draw, you can paint, you can use stamps, and you've also got shapes and things. And here you also have text that you can use. So if you wanted it to be a little bit more neat, you can do that too. I do use this periodically. One thing that's good about this compared to Zoom is that you have an unlimited number of colors to choose from. It's not showing it here because I've got it set to desktop. This is useful if you want to be able to see your time. I have mine set to do not show, but you can put this onto the screen. It has a stopwatch here. So if you want to time your classes and make sure that you're not going over the time, if you have another student that's waiting, you can use Manycam to do that, and it will show it and display it on your screen at all times so that you are able to keep track of your classes. So that's super helpful. Now, I have a lifetime subscription to the Standard. It's a one-time fee. I bought this back when I first started with VIP Kid, and I've used it ever since. Because I have the Standard form, I am not able to use this part right here, the virtual background. It does have green screen compatibility, and it's really good green screen. As long as your computer is able to handle the feed, the green screen for this works really, really well. So if you travel a lot, or if you don't have a consistent background, or you just want to be able to use green screen, then you'll need the version that's one up from mine. They do have a lifetime version of that one as well. If you want to, you're always welcome to get the Standard version first. Try it out. Make sure your computer can even handle it. And then you are able to upgrade it to the next one up if you want to have access to the green screen. I do believe there is also a free version, but the free version does not allow you to have more than one preset. You can only have the one preset, but you're able to use GIFs, stickers, and AR stickers with no problem on the free version. You just can't have more than one preset. And I think there may also be a watermark in the bottom corner, but I can't remember because it's been many, many years since I had the free version. You can also add a lower third. And what this basically does is it puts something at the bottom of your video feed that is always there. So if you wanted to put your name on the bottom, you could do that. I don't, because it just is distracting in my opinion, but you can do it if you want to. If you want to advertise something, you can totally do that. So this is where we keep the effects, and there are two different ways that you can do this. If you find an image that you really like on Google and you want to include it in your classroom, all you have to do is save it, and it will be added into your downloads on your computer. Then you can come here and click this button here, and it will open up a folder so that you can just add whatever you downloaded, and it will get sent here to the unordered. And then from here, you can click on it, right click it, and it will bring up a box that says move, and then you can put it wherever you want to. The other thing that you can do is click on one of the folders and then click Get More. If you click on Get More, it's going to bring up this little box here where there are tons of pre-loaded stickers in lots of different categories. The featured category is going to have like new stuff, holiday stuff, things like that. If you're looking for an animal, we've got tons and tons. Look at all that. Look at it. It's wonderful. So many things to download. So many things. If you are a flashcard person and you are tired of having flashcards, this is what you need. You've even got like businesses for calendars. It's got logos. There are camera effects like a fire. There are filters so you can make yourself look pretty. There are things for the teacher that are super useful. There are preloaded banners. Then you will sometimes find flashcards that have Chinese written on them. Like this one says listen. This one says write, speak. I can confirm that these are accurate. I know enough Chinese to confirm that these are accurate. And these are useful if you have students that are just really having a hard time following directions. You got emojis. This is where you'll find the face accessories. There's so many of them. Literally just so many. You can have Pikachu ears. There's like scary ones. You got to kind of be careful. You can have some pretty hair. And again, not all of these are great. Some of these look a little bit silly or they don't line up very well. So just try them out. And if you don't like the one that you got, you can just delete it. It's really easy to do. But yeah, there's tons and tons and tons of free stuff on here. Alphabet letters. More text messages to help you with your students, numbers, and other things that are difficult to explain otherwise. All right, these are cute. I have all of these. The A for alligator, C for cat, B for bear. I have all of those. I use them a lot. They're very useful. And you can also search for things, which I do that often too. If I type in rewards, you'll get, for example, this ice cream cone. And then you can find ice cream scoops to put on top of the ice cream cone if you want to keep a reward for your student. And oh, congratulations, you get another scoop for your ice cream cone. It's kind of similar to doing the 5 stars if you're familiar with VIP Kid, something like that. But that's totally optional. Since I switched to Amazing Talker, I actually don't use rewards anymore. But I used to when I was with VIP Kid. So there's just tons of stuff on there that you can use to help you in your classroom. You can also record here. You can live stream, you can take pictures. I often will use this to take pictures when I want a new profile picture or something like that. Anything that you record will get saved over here to your gallery. Any pictures or videos that you take will then get saved to your gallery. So that is pretty much the gist of it. I have used Manycam in every single one of my classes since I first started 4 years ago. And I also used Manycam to record all of these lessons that you are watching. They're able to handle 1080p video, assuming that your computer and your webcam are able to handle 1080p. It even adds features to your webcam. Like, for example, my webcam is not able to zoom in or out. When I use just my webcam, the quality honestly looks really bad because it looks like this, actually even a little bit worse because it's like zoomed out really far and you can see the edges of my room really well. So on Manycam, I can actually zoom in like this until you can no longer see the edges, and I'm nice and big in the center of the screen. So it's really just super useful, and it's a great tool to use in your classroom, and it's pretty cheap, especially when compared to other webcam softwares. That is it for today's lesson. Next time, we're gonna have to start getting into some more boring stuff. We're gonna talk about developing curriculum and using Google Sheets to organize your classes. It's boring, but it's necessary, and it will save you from a lot of headache later. I hope you enjoyed class today, and I look forward to seeing you again soon. Bye!